Peter, and thank you for the opportunity to interview both Michael and Gay on your behalf. They have come to the law firm seeking advice on the most appropriate legal structure for their new business venture. Some background information on the new business venture. They're hoping to establish a training organisation that will deliver training and assessment in beauty therapy with a view to issuing nationally recognised qualifications as a result of that training. They would both like to manage the business together and have an equal shareholding in that business venture. They're both Australian citizens. They've indicated to me that they won't be employing any more than 10 employees within the business, and they have also indicated to me that they do intend to make profit from the business. However, this profit is unlikely to be more than $12.5 million in consolidated revenue, and it certainly won't be any more than $250,000 in income for any one given year. Michael is an Australian citizen, as is Gay, who has a dual citizenship with New Zealand. However, both do reside in Brisbane, Queensland. Neither have been bankrupt before, and neither have been convicted of any fraud previously. As a result of the interview, there are two legal structures that may be appropriate to their new business venture, namely a partnership and, as an alternative, an incorporated proprietary company. And of course, both have advantages and disadvantages, which I would like to advise Michael and Gay on. Briefly, a partnership has the advantage and the minimal setup costs and ongoing obligations of the business. However, the disadvantage is that it will not operate separately as an entity, as would be the case with an incorporated proprietary company. Rather, the individuals would be personally liable for any debts incurred or liabilities incurred by the business. So for that reason, and certainly on the basis of the information that both Michael and Gay have provided me, I would like Michael and Gay to seriously consider the advantages of a incorporated proprietary company with limited shares and forming that company with the shareholders being themselves, with equal shares being 50% each. With the information that they provided to me, they certainly satisfy the Corporations Act and sections 45A 2 and 3 and 45B1, whereby they would be eligible to be considered as a small proprietary company. This has advantages in that they won't be required to have ongoing financial reporting to ASIC, and thereby will make their obligations somewhat less arduous than, say, for instance, a larger incorporated proprietary company. Why I would recommend forming a company over a partnership, as mentioned earlier, in a partnership, Michael and Gay would be personally responsible for any liabilities or debts, as the partnership does not operate separately from the individuals of the partnership. With the incorporated proprietary company, however, as the Salomons case established, this would form essentially a separate entity both from Michael and Gay, and has advantages in that as the Lee & Lee air farming case established, both Michael and Gay may form an employment relationship with that separate entity being the company, and therefore draw an income each from that, as they've indicated they would like to do. There's certainly obligations for the directorships of that company, and namely the part of 5.7b under Division 3 of the Corporations Act, which essentially sets out elements of their obligations to act honestly, and to prevent any insolvent trading, which I will elaborate to Michael and Gay, that they would have a duty to maintain their financial records, although as a small proprietary company they would not be required to report to ASIC unless, of course, ASIC requested those records from them. They do have a priority to the company's interests, certainly the shareholders, but more importantly, any debts incurred to creditors. If they are found to be trading insolvently, there are certain elements that are set out that must be satisfied for them to be deemed to be doing that, but I would suggest to them that if that were the case, that there are criminal and or penalties that would apply, inclusive of a $200,000 fine, which is at the discretion of the Australian Security Investment Commission, who regulates the governance of their company. I would like to provide them with advice on the steps of forming their company, which would include lodging registration with the Australian Security Investment Commission by way of a Form 201. Again, I would like to reiterate their obligations as directors with respect to their adherence to the Corporations Act, and certainly their obligations to act honestly as directors of the company. That concludes my recommendations to both Michael and Gay. I look forward to any feedback that you may have, and in the meantime I will start to prepare advice that will be understood by Michael and Gay. Thank you.